Hey everyone, Jonathan Hetterly here. I'm actually in the shrink tank and I want to talk to you about the Quentin Tarantino interview on Jimmy Fallon yesterday. And as I was watching this, I realized I could have been the next Quentin Tarantino or Jimmy Fallon. Let me explain. If you watch the interview, they share this love and history of both working in a video store when they were younger. I love movies and I spent my childhood hanging out in video stores looking at VHS covers, reading the entire back plot, as well as the directors and the actors. Over time, I've realized that I've actually read just as much or more as people that are voracious readers of novels and books. Mine just happen to be VHS video covers. And you can see that with Quentin Tarantino, his just immense catalog of knowledge about films. So when I went away to college and I paid for my entire college education, I needed a job quickly to help pay for the cost. And I interviewed at the Blockbuster nearby. I interviewed and they said I had the job, but the manager was about to go on vacation to Hawaii, I think it was. And he said, come back in a week and we'll get all the paperwork finalized. A week later, I go back to Blockbuster, super excited. At the time, this was probably going to be my dream job. The manager that was working there that day informed me that that other manager no longer worked there and that they were going to be restarting the entire interview process. I couldn't wait because I needed a job to help pay for college. So instead of landing my dream job as a teenager at Blockbuster Video, I went and got a job at Chuck E. Cheese. So instead of working with Brad Pitt, instead of being in a cowbell skit on Saturday Night Live, instead of having an Oscar speech, I perfected answering the phone saying, "We're making magic here at Chuck E. Cheese in La Mirada. I'm Jonathan. How may I help you?" I could have been the next Tarantino or Jimmy Fallon. But in this interview, they also talked about their favorite documentaries as they worked at a video store. And Quentin talked about this obscure documentary called Hands on a Hard Body. And we're going to link more information to this movie in this video. And it's this documentary where these people are in a contest holding their hand on the hard body of a car, and the one that lasts the longest wins it. And Jimmy Fallon talks about his Evel Knievel documentary that was his favorite. There are about 3 documentaries that really stand out to me for my personal favorites. I think Hoop Dreams, when I saw that in the early 90s, really was just immensely powerful about the hopes and the shattered dreams in a lot of ways of youth basketball and the dreams of going pro in the NBA. Another documentary I've never been able to get out of my head is Werner Herzog's Grizzly Man, which is one of the most unsettling and upsetting documentaries ever. But to me, the power of a documentary in its purest art form is for that film to get me interested in a topic that I am not interested in. So a documentary that really stands out to me when I saw it was called Jiro Dreams of Sushi. And it really is about this sushi chef in Japan whose 10-seat restaurant in the subways of Tokyo is a 3-star Michelin rated restaurant, and it's all about how he has perfected the art of sushi making. At the time, I really didn't like sushi, and over that time, not only have I grown in my appreciation and love of sushi, but growing in appreciation of food as an art form and that it can communicate on a number of different things other than just the taste and quality of the food. I want to hear, what is your favorite documentary? I also want to hear, what's your own personal, maybe even far-fetched, but sentimental I could have been story for yourself? Did you think that you could have been an astronaut or a famous film star? I could have been the next Quentin Tarantino, but alas, it wasn't meant to be. So instead, I got to help coordinate and sing and dance at little children's birthday parties at my local Chuck E. Cheese. Well, until next time, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. I'm Jonathan Hetterly, and I will see you at the movies.